Hi, I'm Elise Morales.
And I'm Elise Morales.
And this is Go Touch Grass, the podcast where we log in
so you can log off.
Millie and I are two chronically online comedians, and on this pod, we break down the week in internet discourse, viral memes, TikTok trends, and niche influencer drama so that you can go do literally anything else with your time.
And if you like what you hear today and want to hear more, we got to Go Touch Grass Patreon with tons more content weekly, access to our Discord community that's on and popping right now, and our spin-off series, Search History, where we go back and break down a viral discourse from the past.
Yes.
Our Patreon this week, it took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
It was... I covered the Manosphere, the alt-right Manosphere's trip to Miami.
Yeah. Andrew Tate. Nick Fuentes,
Sneeko,
Clavicular. We couldn't figure out how to say. YouTube commenters, let us know how to say clavicular. I'm sure you know.
Fresh and fit. They had a girl. We say it's kind of like a fallout that you would see a girl's trip that goes to Miami.
A housewives trip.
A housewives trip. It was giving Real Housewives of the
Manosphere.
Yeah, where the Manosphere. I was gonna say a Nazi joke, but you went Manosphere.
Real Housewives of the Third Reich.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That was the punchline I was gonna say. Because we said, and again, actually, the irony, and we'll move on. But I just have to say it was a powerful moment. Because it was the weekend of Martin Luther King Day, celebrated the diversity of the United States of America with the most multiracial white supremacists.
Yeah.
Like,
only one white guy in the group of
only
white supremacists.
One white guy.
There was just one white guy. And he kind of seems like the most measured one of all of them. He's just the looks maxing guy. He's just the one who wants to look like handsome Squidward.
He's just the one who does crystal meth to stay lean.
He does and you can learn all about everything we just said on our Patreon. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review. We love your reviews. We always need more of them. But the best review you can give us is to tell your friends about the show. Tag us in a story. You know that we're online. We are also on YouTube, where we have full video episodes up every week. You will notice our ever-changing, slightly studio situation. We're in Millie's home now. Yeah. I have bangs now.
You have bangs now.
On the audio, you can't tell that I have bangs, but the people on YouTube will know.
You have the headphones on.
I do.
But
you can see that I have face framing layers.
The frames are facing.
It's curtain bangs. So
curtain bangs.
They're reasonable bangs.
They're reasonable bangs for a divorced woman.
I know. I'm saying we're like, what, 8 or 9 months past divorce, and I'm
not legally, but
legally I'm still married, actually. And we don't know when
that's going to happen.
Up to the court.
That's up to court when you're
emotionally 9 months deep, and I'm freezing my eggs and getting bangs. So I have entered a new kind of chapter of being divorced.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, though, We're keeping it cute. We're keeping it demure. It's a demure divorce.
Guess where else we're going to be both cute and demure?
On Galentine's Day
party. At our party.
Did you see the flash tats?
I did. The designs for our flash tats that are going to be available Sunday, February 15th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Love's Club in Brooklyn for our Galentine's Day event. They've been released on our Instagram. You go to Touch Guys Pod. You can pick out your flash tats right now. Get your tickets right now. We're going to have Didi Opulence.
Yeah, we're gonna have Zuby Ahmed, Marsha Belsky.
Yep, friend of the pod.
We locked in a tarot reader.
Yep.
And let me tell you, the wokeness is off the charts.
It's gonna be a dark woke event.
It's gonna be a dark woke event.
Woke 2.
Woke 2.0
will be all over this event.
Woke 2.0. That's what I'm saying. You're like, you want to know the future of woke? It's not at Pod Save America.
No, it's at
Go Touch Grass Galentine's Day party.
Where I think we did decide on the Patreon that we're going to do a summoning charm to try to get
Melissa
Fuentes
Fuentes on the
Nick
pod.
Fuentes' sister
Nick
comes on the pod.
Fuentes. Nick
We're gonna try
Fuentes
to
has an
summon her.
identical twin sister, and her name is Melissa.
And we need to get her on
we
the
need
pod.
to get her on the
And
pod.
we're gonna summon her.
And we're summoning her in all of the Bruja Latino woman. We need to know everything about Melissa Fuentes.
Yeah, we're gonna summon.
Melissa Fuentes.
We're gonna summon our hermana.
Hermana, come on the pod. Come on the pod.
Hermana.
Hermana. Melissa Fuentes, talk
You've
to
been
us.
summoned.
You've been summoned. We get it. You know what I mean? We have to. They're just questions.
Anyway, that's what we're gonna do at Galentine's, plus a bunch of other stuff. Get your tickets. They'll be in the show notes. They'll be all over our Instagram.
Yeah.
Tickets go up in price the week of the event. So if you know you're coming, just get the tickets now.
Get the
tickets now.
You know, save us some stress about.
Yeah,
if
let us
people
know
are
you're
coming.
coming. Exactly. It's really nice. To know how many people are coming and what to expect.
Like what to expect when you're expecting.
All right. I think that's the end of our housekeeping.
That's the end of our housekeeping because we have a software update.
We do. We have 2 software updates.
Okay.
We have 2 software updates.
Okay. It's just you and me today.
I know. It's just us. Our guest was not able to come, which is actually good because as I told Millie, I'm getting my egg retrieval this week, and I feel a little off.
Yeah.
But it also could be because I have to talk about these people who I don't want to talk about.
I know. I'm like, I feel off. I feel drained. I'm like, I did have to watch 15 videos about incels fighting with each other.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I keep being like, do I feel weird because I'm injecting myself with hormones every day so that my eggs can be harvested? Or do I feel weird because everything's like really, really bad and everything I see and hear is really disturbing?
Yeah. Do you feel weird that, Nick Shirley fans found our YouTube?
Yeah.
And do you feel bad that even a positive YouTube comment says, hey, do you hate me because I'm a white man?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the...
These are the questions we're getting asked every day.
Every day.
Speaking of questions someone is asked every day.
Yes.
Our first software update is that Sydney Sweeney has addressed the MAGA allegations.
Okay.
Which I would say are not even allegations at this point because she's a registered Republican in Florida and she registered right ahead of the 2024 election. So, like...
Registered Republican in the Florida Keys? Baby.
Yeah.
Baby, there ain't no allegations.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I don't need to go in the voting booth with her to know...
We know what's going on.
What bubble got filled in.
We know what's going
scenario.
on. We need when we're talking about making our soundboard.
Yeah,
we need MAGA allegations.
Yeah,
MAGA allegations. MAGA allegations.
MAGA allegations.
MAGA allegations. And then we need another one. Alphabet allegations.
Yeah, exactly.
And the alphabet allegations is just Nick Fuentes. Yeah.
Screaming about whatever. Anyway, Sydney Sweeney has graced the cover of Cosmo. This is the cover. It's of her in pink and her bra, and she's squeezing her boobs together. When I saw this, I honestly, I really cringed at it, and I don't mean it in the Gen Z way. Like it was like the true meaning of a cringe. It deeply embarrassed me to see this.
A lot is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the bra, and it's just squeezing, right? I guess the thing is that's unsettling. First of all, is that it's definitely skewing for the male gaze.
Yes.
Right? Because when you look at the details of the styling, there's a way that female gaze can deal with nudity and femininity, like a backless thing and someone turning around, but this is very she's pushing up her titties, and then the eyeliner's giving Eric
together.
It's Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
Look, so she's holding up her titties like she's motorboating. She has this long blonde hair that if you look at even a little bit, it's either a bad wig or the worst extensions ever. So it's I think it's just a wig. So it's it's just very not what versus an aesthetically sexy feminine thing is just completely different.
It's styled to look like she's laying on the bed looking at you or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just weird because again, Cosmopolitan is a magazine for
women.
women. Like this, it's giving like Sports Illustrated
Exactly.
in a way that it's just, and this is the confused thing about Sydney Sweeney's brand in general, right? Because she's doing this because she's launching a lingerie bra company, which she announced by doing this weird stunt where she went to the Hollywood sign and hung a bunch of bras on the Hollywood sign and like got in trouble for trespassing, or like might get in trouble for trespassing. It's very weird.
Her and boyfriend Scooter Braun. her
it was like her and her fucking team and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
But they hung bras on the Hollywood sign. They hung her bras on there, and now she's releasing bras. And it's like, what a lot of the discourse online about this image and the bras in general, it was going back to the conversation we already had on the pod about that movie that she did with the wrestler, where it's like, she does all this marketing that is very male gaze-y, which, like, that's what she wants to do, you know, go off. She's allowed to do that. But then when she wants to sell something, she's trying to sell it to women. And it's like, well, you've never courted me or tried to appeal to me. Like, when she's making a movie that's about a queer boxer where she's not being hot, like, who in her fandom has she cultivated to go see that? Why would I want to buy a bra from her just because she has big boobs? Like, that's not how women like think about this stuff.
I can't even see like a Republican gay guy, which they do exist. They do stand, you know, there's like a Republican gay guy that loves Megyn Kelly and all that kind of shit and says all kinds of terrible shit about Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't want to watch a lesbian boxing movie.
No.
So
that's the thing.
He's not buying bras.
A Republican woman doesn't want to watch it. Like the entire audience that would want to watch that is alienated from it. And it's like, it's just part of this kind of confused branding that she has, where she wants to like do all these different things, but because the only thing that she's really done is this, again, male gazy stuff where she's like, I'm going to sell you my bath water and blah, blah, blah. So that's one element of the discourse that is happening with her in general. And then the next is that she did address the MAGA allegations. So I guess the person interviewing her asked her what she thought about being labeled MAGA Barbie, which is very funny. And then if like basically the interviewer asked her that and then was kind of like, are you ever going to respond to the discourse about your political affiliations? And her response was, I'm not a political person. I'm in the arts. I'm not here to speak on politics. That's not an arena I ever even imagined getting into. It's not why I became who I am. I became an actor because I like to tell stories, but I don't believe in hate in any form. I believe that we should all love each other and have respect and understanding for one another. So I'm a Republican.
Word salad.
Yeah, exactly.
Word salad.
Because here's the thing is like people who are like Ashley Tisdale
exactly
was like, I am a registered Democrat. Like,
yeah, I am a registered Democrat.
When people are like,
I don't talk about politics.
Yeah, when they get MAGA allegations and their response is, I'm not a political person.
MAGA confirmation. MAGA confirmation.
MAGA confirmed. MAGA confirmed.
MAGA confirmed. MAGA confirmed.
And she really is MAGA confirmed because, again, she registered
Republican in the Keys.
In Florida.
In the Florida Keys.
And also immediately before the 2024 election. So
she saw Trump and she was like, yes, I want this again.
And I think there are a lot of people who are getting caught up in what they thought was going to be a way harder conservative pivot. And I thought the conservative, and the conservative pivot is real, but I think people really thought that like it was going to fully dominate and take over culture, and it really hasn't. Woke 2 is fighting back.
Woke 2 is fighting back, and it'll come back in a big wave that you're going to... the pronouns that's going to come with Woke 2, dog.
We've never conceived of the pronouns that are coming out of Woke 2.
You think cancel culture is, bitch, it's going to be taken out of your bank account automatically in the future.
We're going to have auto charges.
We're going to have auto charges for infringement, okay? And you can put that on Fox News. I don't know.
Yeah,
I end up on Gutfield.
They'll find us.
Because someone mentioned Gutfield on YouTube. Anyway,
the point is, like, I think that she decided to really lean into all this stuff and do the American Eagle ad and, go hard on MAGA Barbie.
Yeah.
Because she thought it was going to be fine and work for her, and it has actually not worked for her. So now she has to do this weird dance where she doesn't say that she's MAGA, but she doesn't say that she's not. Whereas in like the past, when she was caught up in that birthday party thing where like someone at her birthday, there was a picture of like her family member that had like a Blue Lives Matter thing on.
No, it was like a Make America Great Again cowboy hat.
Yeah.
In like Washington
That's where the MAGA allegations came from. She came out like a little bit harder. I don't have her quote in front of that, but it's like, I don't always agree with my family, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's what she said
before. A more heavy
before.
implication that like, that's not me, that's not what I believe in. Now she's playing this game with the like, I'm an artist, so I don't do politics, which is crazy when you just made a movie about a queer boxer who was a survivor of domestic abuse.
But also, like, it's also crazy because the arts are not political. The arts are not a political. Like, okay, girl. Famously, friend of the pod, Caleb Heron, tweeted, yes, famously, the unpolitical fucking field called being an artist.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous statement. It sounds very dumb. But I think it appeals to the MAGA people she's trying to appeal to. It's very much those people who are like, shut up and sing.
Yeah,
like, just don't make your statement. Like, they're all conservatives, but there are people who are like, I don't want to hear an actor's opinion.
Oh, that's what they say. But then, cast all white people, talk about Christianity all the time, talk like have PDA, all the like they don't see the way that they live at all as infringing or putting in politics because they don't experience any discomfort with that. No. But when someone else says happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas, or when someone says, hey, like, don't assume you know what my gender.
Someone puts their pronouns in their own email signature. It's like, we got to make a company-wide policy that you can't.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, like everything is dark. It's like whatever. I think that she looks like a drag queen version of Erica Kirk.
She does.
Think like it's an exaggerated version of Erica Kirk. Mm-hmm. That harsh, eye makeup. It's just like, again, it's just not female gaze at all, which is weird because this is Cosmo. Cosmo, famously, they make the weird sex test where it's like, put a spoon on his balls for the... Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Remember those sex advice that Cosmo...
Yeah, the Cosmo sex advice that was like, put a spoon on his balls, exactly as you said.
Put a cold spoon on his balls. This
because I was like, obviously there are very talented artists who like... walk the line of like doing male gazy stuff because they have to, but also appeal to women, like a Britney Spears or whatever, who obviously did like her own pink background cover, but that was for Rolling Stone, so it's like whatever. But at the same time as she would maybe be doing that stuff and doing sexy photo shoots and whatever, she's making music that appeals to women. She's also a fashion and style icon in a way that appeals to women. Sydney Sweeney doesn't really do like fashion style stuff. I mean, she had the titty dress recently.
Which, I mean, I don't even know what that
Oh, it's like the silver dress where you could like see, it was like see-through, like you could see her whole boob.
Yeah, but like you say titty dress, she's always in a titty dress.
This was like a particular titty dress because
but that like the fashion can't just be that you have big titties.
Well, that's exactly. It's like she's certainly doing things. She's making choices, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't call her like a style icon in any way. Like
no,
not like a Zendaya or a Hunter Schafer. Like half her co-stars on Euphoria, you could say are like style icons.
Yeah, and it's because they have like they're taking more risks. With their style, like they are wearing the edgy fashion designs. They're doing hats. They're doing this. Like they're like playing with texture. They're playing with color, masculinity, femininity, you know, like Zendaya will wear like all of that, and that makes them, you know, like the whole point of Zendaya is that you don't know what she's gonna wear, and she's gonna look great in it. But then Sydney is like, you kind of know she's gonna wear something with her titties out.
Yeah.
And she's either gonna have her hair in a bob, like in that weird Republican bob that she has, or like long. You know what I mean? She's not like styling it. She's not.
Yeah,
like,
she's just in a very confused place PR wise, and I think she thought she was like making chess moves, and it really has not panned out. Speaking of moves that did not pan out, I did also want to leave space up top for another software update. We can't get too deep into the Epstein emails. We really can't. We really can't. But I did want to hold space for the reveal that Elon Musk was desperately trying to get on Epstein Island and couldn't get invited.
You know what's so funny? I almost put this in my cursed content. Because of a reply that someone said about it. But I think we'll have to have a whole What the Musk.
Yeah, there's so much. I guess this is a What the Musk and a software update all in one. Look, there are so many emails that have been released, but we're focusing on the fact that after calling for the release of the Epstein files over and over again on X, getting into that fucking fight with Trump where he was like, Trump's in the Epstein files, and then he backed down because he's a little bitch. Basically, Elon is all over these Epstein emails. And the ones that I have up for us right now is, first of all, I do want to acknowledge that I got by a fake. The Girls for the Win is a fake email. He never said girls FTW. There's a fake email going around where he is emailing Epstein and being like, hey, I want to come to your island, parentheses, girls for the win. Like, when can I come?
I did get got by that, but
that one is fake. Okay. That's not real.
Well, good to know.
I got I put it on my story. I quietly took it down.
That's it.
I got.
And that's it.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do
now? But these
are real. These are real.
These are real. So this first one is an email where you can see Elon emailing Jeffrey Epstein to say, probably just Tallulah and me. That's him referring to his ex-wife,
who is now married to the Love Actually drummer kid.
Yes. And she married Elon Musk twice.
I know.
Which is tough.
Tough.
Marry Elon Musk once, that's hard.
Marry
Elon Musk twice?
Shame on
Girl.
you. And that's why I don't feel bad for Grimes.
And so, and now you're in the Epstein emails. Marry Elon Musk twice, and you're in the Epstein emails. So he says, probably just Tallulah and me. What day/night will be the wildest party on your island? There's a typo there. I mean, these emails, the typos, we can't even get into.
We can't even get into.
But this one is going super viral because it's him asking what night is the wildest party on your island.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk has been repeatedly saying, I got invited to the island, but I never went. I never wanted to go. I refused to go, blah, 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 blah. But this exchange with him and Epstein's replying, being like, I'll be there the first, blah, 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 shows that, like, he was trying to go to the island. And then we have this other one that we know is real because Elon literally replied to it and said it was real because he thinks it exonerates him in some way. But it's Epstein emailing Elon on September 11th, 2013. So this next email is one that Elon has actually said is real. So we know that this one is real. On September 11th, 2013, Epstein emails Elon and he says, any plans for New York? The opening of the General Assembly has many interesting people coming to the House. So what Epstein is actually trying to imply there is around the General Assembly of the UN.
Yeah,
so
which is always in September.
Which is always in September and is in New York. Think about all these world leaders are going to be there. He's saying, I'm going to have a party with many interesting people coming to the House. So basically, he's inviting Elon to like a UN sex party, which is crazy.
Yeah, with young girls and world leaders.
Yes.
And businessmen.
But Elon doesn't...
America.
Yeah. And the world.
And the world. The world.
But Elon doesn't understand that that's what's happening because he can't like pick up what someone else is putting down. Because he is...
Yeah.
Elon Musk. He responds, I run and lead product design / engineering for 2 complicated companies. Moreover, SpaceX is about to launch what is arguably the most advanced rocket in history. Flying to New York to see UN diplomats do nothing would be an unwise use of my time. To which Epstein responds, do you think I am R-worded? Just kidding. There is no one over 25 and all very cute. But him just say, first of all, Epstein uses the R word all over these emails, but the do you think I'm is very funny. And then the fact that Elon can't understand when he's surreptitiously being invited to a sex party is also very funny. But he copped to this one because he's like, see, I refused to go to the island. And it's like, no you just didn't understand that Epstein was talking in code.
You didn't refuse to go to the island. You asked to go to the island and then no. And then you got invited to go to New York and you didn't pick up on the social cues.
To a separate party. So I guess, well, actually, so these September emails where he's invited to go to New York are they're before he asks to go to the island, because this is September 2013, and then the Where's the Wildest Party is December 2013. So my guess is that maybe after this exchange, Epstein was like, this guy sucks. I'm not inviting him anywhere.
Well, look, there are 3 different emails. The bottom is November 25th, 2012. That one is first. Then the following September, I guess that one doesn't work out. Then the following September.
Where's November 25th, 2012?
All the way in the bottom left.
On the bottom left. Oh, okay, yeah. But even still, the UN thing happens before. The UN conversation is before the can I go to the island.
They're 3 different, because that's September 23rd. This is September. That's
what I'm saying. Is this conversation?
But that was November 2012.
Oh, you're right. So this first one is 2012, and then he doesn't respond until 2013.
He doesn't. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein left him on red, or no, I guess invited him like in September, and then Elon didn't pick up on it because maybe Elon only thinks the pervy shit happens on the island and didn't know.
Yeah, it's all very confused. But the point is, Elon's all over the emails. He's now crashing out on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
He is constantly retweeting anyone who praises him, and also like AI generated images of himself as like a superhero. He tweets a gazillion times a day. Like it's just impossible.
Yeah.
I looked through it to try to find the one of him.
No, we need
saying,
a whole episode about it.
There are a lot of fake emails flying around, but this one is real. It's easy to tell when something is written by me or fake. My writing style is clear. And I'm like, yeah, that's why people believed you said girls for the win in one of your emails, because your writing style is clear.
Honey Badger drinks what he wants.
Exactly. Like, people have been fooled because you're actually very easy to replicate.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's crashing out on Twitter now because of this. He's, obviously wanted to go to the island and have sex with young girls. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, this is a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like...
I know, I'm just
what can we even say about Elon Musk getting rejected from Epstein Island?
Yeah, what can we even say about the global cabal of international pedophiles? Like, I don't know.
It's sounding
it sucks.
Pizzagate, dog.
I know, and it's like Pizzagate, broken clock right twice a day, I guess, because it seems like there are a lot of elite pedophiles who were flying around and going to Epstein Island and talking very explicitly about, like, when's the wild party? I want to meet young girls.
And that's, and I'm not standing any of them, and I didn't vote for any of them. And that's all Millie Tamaris can say.
Yeah.
I did not vote for a pedophile.
Nope.
And I don't think one is cool.
Nope. So, when Bill Clinton was elected, I was a baby.
Yeah.
So I have nothing to do with that,
fault.
actually.
It's not our fault.
I have nothing to do with that. All right. Are you ready for the discourse?
Oh, the discourse. Okay. Yes.
The discourse is also a TikTok because we have to genuinely talk about the political status of TikTok.
I mean, this is all. Yes. This is. Yes.
So, a couple of things have happened with TikTok all at the same time that are contributing to an overall conversation about people leaving the app, deleting the app, what's going on with the app. It's all like very confused on TikTok right now. So here are like the three things that are basically happening at the same time. First, last week, there was a major outage at one of its like US servers, and TikTok called it a major infrastructure outage triggered a major infrastructure issue triggered by a power outage at one of its US data center partner sites. So this led to people seeing like 0 views for a long time, super suppressed view count. It was hard to use the app. It actually affected my ability to research the Whitney Cummings stuff last week.
Wow.
We were affected by the TikTok
We were
outage.
affected by the TikTok
because the views on her video were oddly
300.
Yeah, they were like oddly low. And then when I was trying to search for older videos and find stuff, like the results were weird.
Yeah.
Like I would put in Whitney Cummings and it would be like, there are no videos on TikTok about Whitney Cummings. And I was like, that just can't be true.
Yeah, but you know, it's like one of those things, and like I don't know if it's this thing, if it's because Whitney Cummings is weird, it's because TikTok's weird.
Well, it was hard. Exactly. I'm like, I don't know how to parse this, but it was strange. So, and it was a major outage last week that affects a bunch of people, and like, you know, like we talked about with the original TikTok ban, people make their money off TikTok. People make their livelihood off TikTok. It's like the mall was randomly closed. Like the power went down at the mall, and now like everyone's store is closed, and you're like missing stuff for a day. Like it's not good. People make their livelihood on there. You respect it or don't respect it, but it is how people make their money. So this all also went down at the same time that TikTok finalized its new ownership structure in the U.S.
Yes.
So, as you guys know, we've talked about it a bunch of times. Beginning of this time last year, TikTok was almost shut down. Trump talked to Xi Jinping and ByteDance, and they brought it back, and they had that crazy message that was like, "Thank you, President Trump."
Yeah.
And ever since then, everyone's kind of been like, okay, it's going to transfer to U.S. ownership, but like, that was the first hint that it's like the new TikTok might be creepy.
Yeah.
The new TikTok might be weird. We got to keep our eyes on the new TikTok.
Well, the whole thing is that when Chinese ownership, when somebody of like that has allegiance to China, if the Chinese government wants any information that on your app, you have to give it to them by Chinese law. And the U.S. is like, no, we need that information. So by U.S. law, it needs to be a U.S.-born person so that we can demand the information.
Well, and also, I think one of the big things that everyone was worried about is just like, okay, so if like Trump kind of like has a hand in TikTok now, what does that mean for like how this app works and what's going on behind the scenes? Because we know that this app, I mean, in China, information's suppressed all the time.
Yeah.
It already like there are literally words that have come into creation, unalived, it's grape, like all these like censorship words have come into actual use in the real world.
Yeah.
Because people trying to get around TikTok censorship. So it is an open question of like, TikTok's infrastructure is such that it can censor whatever it wants on a really wide scale. So if the Trump administration is getting involved now and TikTok and the Trump administration are in bed with each other, like, what does that fucking mean?
And I mean, it already happened to Twitter. Yeah. Like, to many people, Twitter is unusable. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, I mean, it happened on Facebook. We'll see what's going on with Threads, how Threads suppresses and pushes and everything. But like, every single big major platform where people communicate, like, was at that inauguration.
Yeah. All these people, all these tech guys are in the league with him, you know, sitting next to him. So first I'm just going to go through like the current new structure of TikTok and stuff, and then we're going to get more discoursey. Mm-hmm. But basically, TikTok signed an agreement with a couple major investors. This is Oracle, Silver Lake, and the Emirati investment firm MGX, so from the UAE, to form the new TikTok joint venture. That group of like Oracle, Silver Lake, and this MGX investment firm, they now own 80.1% of like US TikTok, and ByteDance retains 19.9% of US TikTok.
Okay.
And that also means that they are like using their processing servers in the United States. Trump praised the deal on Truth Social, obviously. Thanking Xi Jinping for working with us and ultimately approving the deal. And he hopes that long into the future, I will be remembered by those who use and love TikTok.
Oh, God.
Like, okay.
Oh, God. I mean, it's more than use and love Truth Social.
I know. It certainly is. It certainly is. So in addition to this new ownership, there are now new terms of service, which if you're a TikTok user, you might have accepted. I know it's bad, but I just accepted them. I didn't really think about them.
Yeah,
what do you want? I don't know. I didn't read them. Sorry. Kill me. I didn't read them. So, but actually, there's kind of some worrying stuff in there. It's like you never know, because these terms of service are always, when you look into them, you find out that it's like, oh, actually, the terms of service on your iPhone say that they can listen to you sleep, and you don't realize it. Like, I feel like you're always hearing that they're intense, but now, given the new ownership, given TikTok's background, all this stuff, people are like, okay, is this regular weird terms of service stuff, or is this going to be weaponized? So basically, the terms of service now state that your precise location can be shared with TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok says that it's gonna update the language to let you opt out of the feature, but we all know how difficult they like make doing stuff like that. Like anytime Threads, Instagram, whatever opens like an AI feature, they're always like, you can opt out of it.
It's like, yeah, okay, try.
But then you have to go through and like you have to like submit a form to opt out. It's always bullshit. So there's that, but there's also changes to how it handles sensitive data. So I guess now it just says that it handles sensitive data in accordance with applicable law, but the earlier policy explicitly said that it would only use sensitive info when it needed it to run the app or to comply with legal requirements. So like using
foreign ownership, like they can do that.
But so like the old version, it was like they can ask you your payment details to process a payment.
Yeah.
Or like they can ask you your driver's license to verify your identity. But now the language is just like a lot more vague and says like, we will only use this data in accordance with the law. So it kind of opens it up to maybe be used more.
I mean, what all of this is a cover for what policy is in America, which is in the guise of protecting U.S. citizens, right? Because that's why they don't want China to have this information that could be compromising. They can, obviously they can tip the scales, whatever, like you're saying, but they say it's better for U.S. citizens to have it be American owned because they're gonna. But then what you're doing, like, it's only better for rich Americans for it to be American owned, because now who's benefiting from that, and like whose life and who the product is materially worse, and now you can use you know what I mean? So it's like
I mean
every fucking law. It's like it doesn't matter if it's better for the end user. It's like better for Trump's friend.
Yeah, Larry and it makes it easier for the U.S. government to get information and meddle on TikTok, and like we'll put a pin in the idea of that being what's going on. But okay, just to round it out, TikTok says it will now be collecting data on these things: racial or ethnic origin, national origin, religious beliefs, mental health diagnoses, physical health diagnoses, sexual life, sexual orientation, status as transgender, status as non-binary, citizenship status, immigration status, financial information, government-issued identification numbers such as driver's license number. So these are things where it's like, you can see why the app would just be like, we're just getting demographic data so we know what ads to send you, and we know what the algorithm should show you. Mm-hmm. But given what's going on, you can also see why that could be a problem to have all of that demographic information stored somewhere.
Well, like, right, if you are worried about your immigration status and you're watching TikTok to inform yourself, is TikTok then going to say you're undocumented? And then when they're looking, because ICE has quotas.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and Trump is looking for he has to round out his, 11 million that he said he was going to deport or something crazy. Oh, this person on is looking. That's like this crazy.
That's what's scary. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's
who
like
knows if it's gonna actually happen. But
once they're collecting that stuff, okay, we don't know what you're gonna use it for. We don't know why you're collecting information on who's non-binary and who's this and who's that. So that is troubling to people. And then also at the same time, creators on TikTok have started raising the alarm that ICE-related content may be being suppressed on the app. And I will say, for me, I did notice after the death of Alex Preddy, I went to TikTok to be like, I wonder what people are saying about this stuff. And I did notice that I was like, it seems oddly quiet on TikTok. Like, I noticed a strangely lower amount of political content, whereas on my Instagram was every single post was about it, even though Instagram is the one that says straight up that it's not going to prioritize political content.
No, I mean, that the day that Alex Preddy was murdered, I saw it on Twitter. Yeah. All over and over again. And again, we know where everything's leaning on Twitter. I guess for me, I heard that, I heard that complaint a lot. I heard the suppression. I heard that things with Free Palestine are getting suppressed on TikTok and all that. And it's just that question of like, well, was it the data center outage or was it?
So that's exactly it. Is basically like, all of these things are happening at the same time. TikTok is transferring ownership. There's a major data outage. There are changes to the terms of service. And Alex Preddy is killed, and videos of it and discourse about it are being shared on social media, along with stuff about, protest action, stuff about where ICE is, all of this. So it's this huge ball of lack of information and also information that is happening on TikTok. TikTok obviously says it's just the outage. Anything anybody noticed was just the outage. We had a major outage. That's all we're talking about. But this starts to pick up steam first when Meg Stalter, who is a very funny comedian, she's on Hacks.
Come on the pod, Meg.
Meg, come on the pod.
Melissa Fuentes, Meg Stalter. Yeah,
we're summoning Meg Stalter and Melissa Fuentes and Gallant. Meg's like, why am I? Yeah. You guys could have just emailed me or DM'd me. I don't know why you had to do it like this. But Meg Stalter posted to TikTok to basically be like, I'm deleting TikTok. So she posted she posted to Instagram to say that she's deleting TikTok, saying, hi, so today I will be downloading my videos and deleting my TikTok page. TT is under new ownership and we are being completely censored and monitored. I'm unable to upload anything about ICE emoji. Even after I tried to trick the page by making it look like a comedy video, let's delete the app. Love you. So this was she posted this, and that's when I feel like a lot of stuff started spiraling. Obviously, it had already begun to be being talked about. She was responding to discourse that was happening, but it really got bigger because a bunch of news outlets then picked up, comedian Meg Stalter's deleting TikTok. And she originally came from, front-facing camera TikToks videos, so and Instagram videos. Yeah, so she's, she started in the creator world. So I think that's part of it. And then also Hannah Einbinder, who's her co-star on Hacks, reposts it. A bunch of celebrities start reposting it. So that gets this conversation to a different level. And then because a bunch of celebrities are posting it, California Governor Gavin Newsom gets involved. He starts responding and being like, TikTok is suppressing content that's critical of Trump. And he says basically that the California Department of Justice is going to launch a review to see if TikTok is violating California law.
Yeah.
So he's saying they're going to look into it. You know, Gavin Newsom, I struggle with Gavin Newsom. But you know, if he wants to use the California Department of Justice to look into that, great.
I mean, California Department of Justice and like the kind of New York kind of Department of Justice, you know, New York Attorney General, like those are kind of the big two things that are they're putting up a lot. They're doing a lot of legal battles to keep some kind of order in check because so it's like, okay, is it overextending or if it's whatever, but like, okay, who else is going to look into it? It's tough because on one end it's like we're in the era where like nothing can happen in coincidence. Yeah. Right? Like everything is like, well, is it all connected? Like it could very well be just the power outage and it just happened to be the weekend that these people shift. Yeah. But it could not be.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We can't trust anything. There was actually an international cabal of elite pedophiles that were flying all over the world. Yeah. So it's like we live in that reality. You know what I mean? So, okay. Like I said, TikTok responds to the Gavin Newsom thing, and they say it would be inaccurate to report that this is anything but the technical issue we've transparently confirmed. So they are saying it's the outage. Yeah. It's just the outage. According to TikTok's rules currently, there's nothing about suppressing political content. They say discussions about social and political issues are allowed on TikTok. They just must be respectful. That's part of community guidelines. And then TikTok also generally prohibits graphic content that can cause psychological harm. Okay. Though some videos depicting violence may be allowed if they serve the public interest, such as footage of wars and major disasters. So the point is, like, it's kind of up to TikTok if they want to say, oh, we suppressed the Alex Preddy video because it's of a shooting. Yeah. But, oh, we were suppressing this information because it wasn't respectful. Yeah. You said fuck ICE. That's not respectful. You know what I mean? Like, it's up to them to draw that line.
And then when it's like, you know, somebody saying the N-word or something, sorry. Yeah, like, oh, this doesn't violate anything.
Yeah. Oh, our moderators missed it. But somehow they can get every mention of ICE. Yeah. You know what? Like, that's just kind of where we're at. And it's like you said, you don't know what to trust or to think. Like, on the one hand, it does make sense that TikTok transferred ownership and fucked it up and they had a major power outage and they, like...
And it's a data center that, you know, data centers are really hot right now. Like, there's a lot of conversation. They require a lot of resources and all this stuff. And it's like...
Yeah, and these people are all idiots, as we've seen. Yeah. We've got, like, just clowns top to bottom doing all of this stuff. So it wouldn't be crazy to me that they just totally bungled the ownership transfer, fucked it up, overpowered this data center in some way, fucked up the rollout of the terms of service. And like that all makes sense. But also... we have Donald Trump tweeting, I'm the guy who saved TikTok. We have TikTok, you know, a year ago putting up a thing that's like, thank you, President Trump. All these guys, like you said, are at the inauguration. Like, there's no way to know. And so it puts people in this weird position of like, okay, are we deleting the app? Are we not? So I just wanted to play one video by a creator that I really like. She's really funny, Kay Poyer. And this is a video of her just talking about, like, creators leaving the app and how they're thinking about it.
So I'm going to say this to you as a content creator, as someone who relies on you watching me. If you are thinking right now that you don't want to be involved in this app anymore, you don't want to be here, you don't think it's good for you, you don't like being suppressed, you don't like being told in a space that you have enjoyed because you can see people from all over the world capturing on video what is happening around them so that governments, owned media networks, corporations can't lie to you about it. Now you're being told that that's not allowed anymore, so you don't want to be a part of this anymore. I would encourage you to do that. Because the first thing, I know it's kind of like a normal part of our lives to spend so much time scrolling. And I know as much shit as we talk about parasocial relationships, people like myself do put work into keeping you engaged and keeping you here and keeping you entertained. people like myself who put work into making entertaining content, we're not going to stop doing that. There will always be somewhere that you can find me and that you can find many of my peers on this app who are also just as frustrated as you are that we're now being punished and we're now being told that we cannot be honest, we cannot speak about what is going on around us, what is going on in our own neighborhoods, what we can film and show you with our own eyes, with our own cameras. So I'm not a cynical person. I know I have like a negative, bitchy tone a lot of the time. I believe in all of us. I believe that we have this fun system where we entertain each other. You guys make me laugh just as much as I make you laugh. We're always going to find each other. And if this shit isn't serving us, we don't have to stay. We're not bound here. And I do think it's important that we show these, because I think that it is such a perfect world for some of the worst people on this fucking planet where they could take over any app they want to and make it into their little propaganda machine, and people are just going to be cool with it. But that's not reality. That is just not reality. There are absolutely people who will be cool with that, but a lot of us are not going to, and a lot of us are going to take our viewership and our data and our money and we're going to put it somewhere else. So I just wanted to say that to you today. If you're feeling the urge, if you want to kick it off, if you want to delete the app, I'm on your side, girl, and we'll find each other somewhere over the rainbow, okay? Mwah.
So, yeah, I mean, I love Kay Poyer in general. I think she's so funny, but I appreciated that point, I guess, because, like, she's right. We already saw it with Twitter, like you said.
Yeah.
Elon Musk took it over. He made it, like, weird right-wing bullshit, and people left.
A lot of people left.
Obviously, there are people still on it, but, like, it used to be the
place.
community hub for conversation, and now I feel like people will get back on if something is, like, actively happening to look at it, because it's still good for, like, that live conversation.
Somebody was like, God, remember when celebrities were on Twitter?
Yeah.
Like they tweeted that like 2 days ago, and then somebody else was like, it's just us and Ben Stiller on here. And it's like, yeah, it used to be but I mean, and you know, the numbers for Threads right now is that I think we talked about this, where more people are using Threads in a day than are using Twitter. And the fact that Twitter is a lot of bots, and that the way that they monetize Twitter incentivizes people from other countries to make fake propaganda just to get more engaged. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So if that happens with TikTok, like, they'll see it, you know? And like, it's kind of interesting because, you know, billionaires have all this power, propaganda machine, whatever. But the fact is, TikTok is very profitable in like company, very profitable, so much growth, whatever. And if people are being suppressed and they don't like how it's going, and they don't, you know, people will not use it, and like it will hurt the investment of these people. So it's like, you know, is that worth the propaganda? I don't know if people would want to lose 300 million, 400 million, whatever TikTok is worth to not say fuck ICE. You know, you have to let some fuck ICE pass, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, if that is if they are found to be like colluding with the Trump administration and suppressing things, I think that is them really shooting themselves in the foot on a lot of things, because I feel like even if we take like the politics of the app out of it, people just want to trust on a basic level, like that what they're seeing is what's being said, that they're getting the best posts, etc. And like you said, like Twitter fucked up its verification thing and turned it into this thing that you could buy and that you could use to have your hosts artificially boosted. And once that happened, people were like, I don't even know if what I'm seeing, like, who is this loser?
Yeah, and they're all losers. Everyone who actually does that is a loser.
And it gets flooded with bots. So it's like, I don't even know if these conversations that are happening are real. So if we have a situation where TikTok is flooded, number one, with AI animal videos that you can't trust. So it's like, okay, I can't trust the animal videos. It's half of everything is an ad now, or like user generated, like buy this cream, buy this, da da da. And then the other videos are not good sources of information because they're being suppressed, or everyone has to talk in code. Like, people are going to move away just because it's not usable anymore.
I just feel like in 5 years, we're going to see a social media app that is like no AI allowed.
Yeah.
And like, because people eventually will want to see things by humans. Like,
yeah.
But we haven't gotten to that AI saturation yet to even ask for non-AI, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, if I could talk to the leaders of TikTok myself, I would be like, you guys need to really think about this because people are craving authenticity.
Yeah.
I'm sitting them down and I'm like, boys, listen. People are craving authenticity. Your app is already going to struggle once it starts getting flooded with just completely fake AI stuff that's not detectable. Because right now, like, yeah, you can get got by good animal videos, but like AI is detectable still. But
it's
getting better and better
every year.
So suddenly, if you can't even trust that this is a video of a real person, like what is the point of TikTok? And then if also it's in the league with the Trump administration and suppressing this and there are bots, it's like that's going to be a wrap on TikTok too.
Yeah.
So I'm not personally deleting my TikTok right now, but we'll see. We'll see.
We're watching.
We're noticing.
We're in hashtag noticing. And if I could sit down the heads of TikTok, I'd say repost my video.
Yeah. I'd say put me on the FYP.
Put me on the FYP just for like 2 days.
See what happens.
See what shit rocks. You know what I'm saying? All right.
It's time.
We got some cursed content.
Right. We do have an important. This is a political episode.
This is a very political episode.
Sorry. The pod's a reflection of the times.
The pod's a reflection of the time. The first cursed content is the Melania movie.
The Melania movie.
So there's the Melania movie. So the Melania movie released last weekend. It's an hour and 44 minutes. It's a documentary biography that Amazon paid $75 million for.
Cool.
It has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes, which Charlie XCX The Moment has a 62% on. And actually, I was told by someone that The Moment is like a scathing mockumentary takedown of Taylor Swift. So,
we'll see.
Yeah. Well, somebody who saw it said like it's a takedown of Taylor Swift. Anyway, so Melania has this documentary. It got really bad reviews. It got scathed, whatever. I wanted to say, like, I was fully prepared because all week, we're seeing memes of, like, no one's buying any tickets in the theater. There's a Craigslist ad for $50 tickets, like, or they'll pay you $50 to watch the movie. But Vanity Fair reported, and basically, this was one of the reviews of the Melania movie. If one was being polite, one might explain the film was made with the full cooperation of producer Miss Melania Trump, who allegedly trousered a fair whack of Amazon's 40 big ones, right? She pocketed some of the $40 million that Amazon, so whatever. If one was being less compliant, one would describe Ratner's project as shameless propaganda, but not active, forceful propaganda in the school of Leni Riefenstahl's films about the Nazis. Melania the movie appears keener on inducing narcolepsy in its viewers than energizing them into mass marching. Triumph of the dull, perhaps. So people are saying it's ass, whatever. Everyone's like, no one's buying it. But then, basically, Vanity Fair released today said, Melania, Amazon's $75 million documentary about First Lady Melania Trump may have seemed destined to fail, given its terrible reviews, massive marketing budget, and a rollout Friday at over 1,000 theaters. Whatever. They're basically saying, like, who's good? Like, it was destined to doom because no one really goes to a movie theater to see documentaries.
Yeah, like, people, yeah. I mean, and no one's going to the movies.
So what happened is that the Trump opened in unfamiliar. He shared in an unfamiliar style. Trump shared the truth The film saw the biggest theatrical opening of any non-concert film documentary since 2012, when Disney nature doc Chimpanzee opened at 10.7 million.
Okay.
Early estimates had Melania tracking to take home 8.1 million by Sunday, a figure downgraded to 7 million. So basically, it did better than people thought. That's not even the cursed content.
Okay.
Right? So the Melania movie came out. People said it sucked. It did better than people thought.
But that's because it's like did better than people thought because it's being compared to like documentaries which people don't go to see in theaters. And like if you're putting something out, like MAGA people are gonna show up for her.
And also that's what they were saying was that like what Vanity Fair was reporting on, which the article was really good, was about how there's a vacuum in right-wing films. Like The Sound of Freedom made a lot of money. Like a lot of their right-wing films, like they want some shit to watch, you know? So
yeah,
whatever. So this is just one of the like memes, right? Be careful out there. Someone broke into my car and left tickets to the Melania Trump movie. So these are some of the memes. This is another one. This is actually a real line from the woman who wrote Girl on Girl, Sophie Gilbert.
Yes.
So here's a line from Sophie Gilbert's review of the Melania movie. Melania shows off her custom inauguration gown, stark white with black ribbons overlaying it, a dress that now looks unavoidably like the redacted Epstein files. So those are like kind of the most like sentiment and stuff, but the cursed content is by this guy, Nick Adams, who's this guy, best-selling author endorsed by Trump, and he's the founder and CEO of Flag USA.
I can't even talk about his Twitter banner that we're looking at right now. That's like all weird headshots of him looking so corny, and like one of them he's eating like a giant piece
tomahawk
of meat.
steak, but it's all, you know, some of these guys, what they do is they AI all their pictures.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
So
but this
AI.
is like, this is the most Republican-looking fucking Twitter profile I've ever seen.
So this is a real post that he posted. I'm setting in for a showing of Melania and the theater's packed. Earlier, a bystander asked if I was heading to see Avatar, and I stopped dead in my tracks. Avatar? No, son, I curtly replied. I don't watch woke movies. I'm here to see groundbreaking documentary about our incredibly talented First Lady. The man's two little girls began jumping up and down, pulling on his sleeve and begging, Daddy, we want to see Melania.
No.
But, he stammered, I thought you girls wanted to see Zootopia too. No, they said, now nearly shouting. We want to see Melania. She's the most beautiful First Lady ever. Their father was scrambling, stressed out, and disoriented. Girls, I'm afraid you aren't the only ones who are captivated by President Trump and his beautiful wife, I said, kneeling to get on their level. Virtually everyone in this theater is here for the 7:30 showing, and it's been sold out for days. Tears began to well up in their eyes. But, I said in a hushed tone, I happen to have a few extra tickets with me, and I'd like you and your dad to have them. They jumped for joy and began hugging their father. He looked relieved as he wiped the sweat off his brow with a smile. I handed him tickets and pulled him close. Raise these girls right, I whispered. Teach them to be classy conservative women of faith, like Melania. Don't let them become like Meghan Markle. Capiche? He hugged me and thanked me profusely. What are you going to do now? He asked. Don't worry about me, son, I told him. With a twinkle in my eye, I've already got tickets to the next showing.
Oh. I mean, as a lover of fan fiction, I appreciate the time that it took for him to come up with this. I will say that it does seem like he's just buying all the tickets to the Melania movie because he has extra tickets here, and then he has 3 extra tickets here, and then he also has tickets to the next showing. So I'm just wondering if he's buying all the tickets.
Daddy, we want to see the Melania movie.
Girls, I'm afraid you aren't the only ones who are captivated by President Trump and his beautiful wife. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously not real. 14 million views on it, though.
14?
Damn.
Oh, yeah, because he was getting roasted.
That's manacled numbers.
Yeah.
In terms of fanfic, that's manacled numbers.
Oh.
That's alchemized numbers.
Oh, wow. Wow. So he can write it. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's like a romance fanfic where Trump actually fucks Melania,
I'm sure that
somebody would buy it.
there is no universe though where that actually happens. There's not one alternate universe where Trump actually fucks Melania. They did it once for Barron, and then
they did it once for Barron. Well, and that's probably why Melania got bad reviews. Finally, we have one more cursed content. I'm sorry. Next cursed content is Tom Brady, former NFL quarterback. You know, he's divorced, and they finalized divorce on October 22nd, 2022. And basically, it's because he retired and unretired. And now he's posting weird selfies. And somebody posted this one is him. He posted, he said, so this is what you do on a Sunday, with the think face emoji. And then the next one is even more disturbing. Okay, major move from the couch back to bed. This is what Sunday's all about.
And for you guys listening, like, these are just like really close up photos of his face with like kind of a light smile. Let me go back to the other one. Yeah, he's got like a little smirk. Do you think he's trying to be funny?
Somebody said he's posting like a girl with a crush.
Yeah.
That's from at Laguna Biatch IG.
Yeah.
He's
posting like a girl from your high school who's like a nurse now, and you like kind of still follow her, and you're not sure why, and like, but she posts stuff like this.
But she's posting for one person.
Yeah. So
I'm like, who is he posting for? Not Alex Earl. This can't be hot for Alex Earl.
I mean, far be it for me to judge anyone's divorce moves.
I know. I was like, how do you feel as a fellow divorcee?
Sometimes you gotta post. I mean, personally, that's what I use my close friends for. And I don't have the same number of followers as Tom Brady, and I
former
put this
NFL
type
quarterback.
Of stuff on close friends.
Yeah.
So that would be my advice to Tom Brady: is if you want to post this, I get it. Add whoever this is for to your close friends, and then start doing it there. That's my advice to Tom Brady. If I could sit down with the TikTok people, I would tell them to really think about what they're doing. And if I could sit down with Tom Brady, I would tell him that this is what close friends is for.
Well, speaking of people we wish we could speak to.
Wow.
It's time for Grasshole of the Week.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
And our Grasshole of the Week, Elise, is none other than Grasshole Hall of Famer Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I felt like I was wondering if we had to talk about her again, and I feel, unfortunately, that we do.
We do. So
a lot of old friends on the pod today.
They're all coming back. They're breadcrumbing us.
Yeah.
They're breadcrumbing us. We can't shake them because they always come back. Here's the thing. Nicki Minaj, who, again, famous female rapper for hits like Anaconda and Super Bass.
Yep.
Like, we've talked about her. She's been weird for a few years. She's married to a convicted sex offender. And she got, like, faced a lot of rejection and, like, a little bit of ridicule because she would say some pretty ridiculous things. And
yeah, like that her cousin's balls got
bigger because of the COVID vaccine.
Just so that we can give examples.
Yeah.
Her cousin's balls got bigger because of the COVID
vaccine. So she says stuff. She gets clowned a lot. But then the industry that once celebrated her is now fucking ousting her because last week she met. Last Wednesday, and she met Trump. So let's just watch a minute of her little speech with Trump. Kissed her on the forehead.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Okay.
So, yeah, quick thoughts on that?
I mean, I had seen the images of her with him, but I didn't even watch that because I was just like we've been covering it on the pod. I've mourned the loss of Nicki Minaj. I fucking loved her for a long time. I loved Pink Friday. She made great music. But this is just so beyond the pale. She sounds off. Like, she doesn't sound like she's in her right mind. Again, like, we talked about Kanye at length on the Patreon. I'm like, she's, we talked about also what Cardi B said has been going on with her. There's some addiction allegations. She sounds...
We're not going to do the addiction allegations.
No, I don't think we need to get addiction allegations soundboard.
No.
Addiction allegations, we just say somber. We say...
Yes.
There are some addiction allegations, and I felt like she looks and sounds weird in the video.
Yes. So...
And my guess is that she does let some of this stuff get to her.
Well, yeah. Well, it's also like, it's like when you hear someone's vows at their wedding, and the vows are all about what they do for them, and not like, because I'm like, yeah, you're Trump's #1 fan. Why? Why do you like him? Oh, I really liked his policy on this, or taxes, or this and that. No, it's because no matter what other people say, it makes me want to like him more. You're being contrarian because, maybe you need to go on Reddit. But no, I think she needs to log off first, because after this, she gets clowned. She posts this. First, she posts this AI Chucky, and she says, your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries, mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. However, you see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. And then it's Chucky with a martini at brunch.
Okay.
Which I don't understand.
I don't understand Chucky with a martini at brunch. The AI generated image of Chucky with a martini at brunch. Is this... She posted this because it was yesterday at 9. So she's watching the Grammys and getting pissed off, I think.
Well, that's what people are saying. One tweet that I don't think I got to feature. Or next slide. Okay. Somebody else said, 20 minutes later. This is still last night, 9:52. Imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age. How y'all would have had his head on a platter? This guy was hugging, she's talking about Jay-Z, how he dated Aaliyah, was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get the owner of the Shade Room and more. So she's going like scorched earth on JD and the owner of Shade Room.
Okay, so she's just like...
tweeting about a bunch of other shit. So this was just apropos of nothing. She's tweeting about Jay-Z. I mean, that's the thing is like, yeah, I don't think that Jay-Z should have like dated a 16-year-old when he was 30. Well, no, he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. But next slide. Yeah, this is another thing that she tweeted. So all these 3 tweets are in the same hour, right?
Okay.
Now she's saying they're flying in immigrants to vote because they reneged on all the promises they made to African Americans and can no longer get the African American vote by default. They're causing distractions in the streets to distract from the billions they stole from taxpayers. She's talking about Democrats.
Right. I'm just trying to understand the flow of information. So first, it's like an elite group of celebrity Democrats are taking babies from other countries and mutilating them to worship Satan.
Yes.
Then it's
they're flying
Jay-Z was wrong for that with Aaliyah.
Yes.
Then it's Democrats are flying immigrants in to vote because Black people don't reliably vote. I'm just like trying to... Yeah. We're all over the place.
Because they want to distract. They're flying in immigrants to vote because they want to distract from billions of stolen tax dollars.
But this is all happening during the Grammys. Where Trevor Noah like did make fun of her.
Somebody said, Nicki gotta be dumb as fuck. You can't literally make accusations that anyone is a pedophile while simultaneously supporting a pedophile president, a sibling, and a father who are both pedophiles, which is true, and then a husband who is a literal level 3 sex offender. The call coming from your home.
Yeah.
I think the call coming from your home is powerful because it's not the calls coming from inside the house.
It's the call
coming in from your home.
The call coming from your home. Yeah.
So here's another tweet that somebody said. Everyone's at the Grammys while she's on the phone sounding like a schizophrenic homeless person yelling at an empty subway station. It's sad to see.
Yeah, and that's from @drug_problem.
And that's from @drug_problem. So she knows what's up. And then the last thing. Okay. So yes, like you were saying, she's tweeting all this shit from the Grammys. Trevor Noah makes a joke, and basically, we don't have to watch it, but basically, the joke is, as we saw in the clip, which a lot of people noted, she looks off, and also she looks a little fuller. And Trevor Noah's joke was who has the bigger butt, Donald Trump or Nicki Minaj. Okay. That Donald Trump was yelling like, I have the bigger wop, and they're like whopping it off or whatever.
Right.
So somebody tweets this right after Trevor posts the joke. Somebody septum piercing Twitter says Nicki gonna call him gay because that's all she knows against men. Mm-hmm. And then without fail, Nicki's Trevor refuses to come out the closet when everyone in the industry knows his boyfriend, allegedly. And then it's an AI image of her that says Nicki was right about everything.
Yeah, it's her wearing a pink MAGA hat that says Nicki was right about everything, AI generated. Then it's a picture of Jay-Z at 26 with 15-year-old Aaliyah and a picture of Jay-Z at 27 with
Beyonce or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't. We can't see what her age is.
I think it was like 16.
Yeah, she's like 17 or something. Either way, sure, yeah, Jay-Z shouldn't have done all that. I don't understand.
Well, somebody else said, like, basically the whole thing is, like, which is, again, everything with the MAGA, whatever, and this is her whole fucking MAGA turn, and I'll wrap it up, but somebody was like, you didn't care about Jay-Z's age gap relationships until he allegedly owed you money. Yeah. And now that's why you went scorch earth.
You're on Monster with him.
You're on
Monster
famously.
With him.
Yeah, like, and that was closer to 1996, because now we're talking 30 years.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm sorry, Aaliyah has been dead for over 20 years. Like, you can't bring that, like, it's not that you can't bring that up, but it's also just like,
I think it's you specifically can't bring that up because your husband and brother and dad and the president that you just said you're the biggest fan of are all pedophiles.
Or sex offenders.
Sex offenders.
The husband is a sex offender but not a pedophile, I think.
Right.
Okay. But everyone else is.
Right.
So yeah, the Nicki thing is, it's sad. Everyone's just really, really mourning her, kind of the death of her career and how she's like, whatever. But it's also just like, but she's getting celebrated so much. All the pictures of her where she's in these nasty, like, all milquetoast, old ass Republican, like, spaces. And I just saw something where she has the biggest smile, and it's like she's so happy she's the only black person there, and she's so happy. And it's also just like in a moment where she probably felt some pushback on some really real things, like instead of taking accountability or trying to learn or taking a step back, she is going to the place where the people are like, we don't care, we're not going to hold you to any standard, quote unquote.
And she also gets what I think is another thing that she's struggled with. She also gets her dream of being the only female rapper. She's the only female rapper in their whole world.
Yeah.
She gets to be the best one. She gets to be the queen. She gets to be the number one. Because I feel like she really started to go downhill and spiral when Cardi, Megan Thee Stallion, when new people started coming onto the scene that, like, she kind of had a choice. No longer
the only girl, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of had a choice whether to be, like, gracious with them or to fight with them. And she chose to have beef with most of them. And I think there's, like, a toxic guy's girlness to her. That's why you stand with someone who has like all these charges. Like there's
he murdered somebody. He went
Yeah.
to jail for murder, and he literally was a convicted rapist. Like,
Yeah.
like that is not alleged. That is, he is a convicted rapist.
yeah,
And
so-
you're Nicki Minaj. Like, I'm sorry, I am broke as fuck. You know, I don't think I'll marry a convicted
a
rapist
convicted rapist. Yeah,
and a murderer. And I'm not even fucking Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I
And-
feel like something just really went downhill for her when she had to share the
Some
crown
spotlight,
and she
yeah.
just couldn't do it. And I did see someone post a thing that's like, it would be crazy to go back and tell our college selves where the Young Money crew stands
Yeah.
now, because it's tough
It's
out there for
crazy.
Young Money. Drake,
Yeah, Drake is,
come
yeah.
on.
Drake
Come
is like,
on.
yeah, like hanging out with Aiden Ross, like just whatever. So, you know, again, we have to report. Also, you know, people have been calling her Nicki Minaj, MAGA Minaj,
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Yeah, Nicki Minaj, MAGA Minaj. I think I like Nicki Minaj.
I like Nicki Minaj just because it's fun to say.
Yeah. So that's it.
For the crime.
Of
Oh, God, where do we even begin?
for the crime of saying that you're Donald Trump's biggest fan
Yeah.
in this week, in this period of history of all weeks.
And then crashing out on Twitter during the Grammys, but trying to make it seem like it's not about the Grammys, but it obviously is.
Making an AI generated video, a picture of Chucky
Yeah.
at brunch with a martini. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
even-
the biggest part, actually.
Actually, I don't even. You killed a lake to make Chucky drink a martini at
Yeah.
brunch. Do people drink martinis at brunch?
I think troubled people.
Troubled
Chucky
people.
probably.
Chucky
Chucky has a lot on his
Chucky has
conscience
a
and
lot
on his heart.
plate, yeah.
Chucky has to have a martini
Chucky has to
as
have
soon
a
as he gets
martini.
home.
You know, and maybe that's the plight that her husband knows, is somebody
Yeah.
also murders people.
But he's a father, and
But
he
he's
shouldn't
a
be
f-
doing that.
So
He's a
is
father.
So is Kenneth Petty. For all those crimes, Nicki Minaj, MAGA Minaj, we must urge you to go touch grass. At least that was our show.
That was
We
our
did
show.
it. We made
did
it.
We talked about a lot.
We've been covering the right so much in this fucking
I know.
podcast.
I
I
know.
actually don't. I want to like watch. I need to watch a Hillary Clinton like a speech or something to cleanse me. I need to live out a little bit.
I
Maybe
know,
I'll watch
I
some
know.
Michelle Obama doc.
Yeah,
I need to
live
undo.
out. I need to just live out a little bit. You're right.
We need to live out. Sometimes we
Because
gotta
it's
live
hurting.
out. It's hurting.
Painful.
All
It's
right.
hurting. Okay, everyone, you can find me on Instagram at Pandalise and on TikTok for as long as it exists and I'm there at Elise Navidad.
And you can find me at Millie_Tamares on TikTok and on Instagram, and at Millie Tamares on Twitter. And you can follow this pod at Go Touch Grass Pod everywhere. You can follow people, and you can follow God at church.
Yeah.
And until next time,
Go touch grass. Get tickets to Galentine's.
Get tickets to Galentine's.